Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Open Mic, the Speaker Academy version. Today, I'm so excited to talk to Jenkins Herlong, who is one of our preeminent members who comes from South Carolina. Jane has won so many different awards from NSA, CSP, CPAE. Am I forgetting anything, Jane?
No, we could make some up, though. I've always made
up stuff. And here we go, right off with humor. And that's what I love about Jane. I've had the opportunity to see her speak at our dinner we had in June. It was the kickoff to the new season, Understand. And she made up songs for us. I shouldn't say made up. She actually composed them and sang them. And it was just really one of the most entertaining moments I've experienced in a long time. So Jane is a multiple author. She's, like I said, she's funny. And you know what? She has her very own Wikipedia page, which I was astounded to find. I mean, just kudos to you. So Jane is going to be speaking at Speaker Academy, and her topic is keynotes. And so Jane, what are you going to cover? What is a keynote, and what's going on with keynotes today in the pandemic era?
Well, thank you, Barbara. I appreciate your having me. It's a challenge. The keynote can be delivered virtually, of course. I've done several since COVID. The energy level is tough to keep up. You can't see if people love it, hate it, want you to leave, or they leave. You just don't know. Sure. I love in person just because I love the energy force and it just feeds you. And I love to see people coming together. And of course, we're getting there. It's slow, but I was just in Kentucky doing a keynote for wonderful people, servants in the school system. But I love keynoting, and I think you have to realize where you are good. And I am good at that. And I'm not great at breakout sessions. I will do a breakout session. I'll do my best at a breakout session, but get me on that main platform. So I think that's number one. But what I'm sharing coming up for Speaker Academy is I called it "What Ya Serving." I had to say it like that. What ya serving? Because you have to know what really is in you, be able to create a great keynote. And I was speaking one time and it just came to me quickly. I started doing an analogy of working in my daddy's tomato fields and what I learned picking tomatoes. How simple is that? And I think the more simple, but yet profound you can make your stories and combine the stories. I'm a Southerner, so I've got the Southern humor. I'm a singer. I'll throw in some Southern stuff. In fact, a friend of mine rewrote the song, the Andy and Mayberry song. What I start with anymore is grab a seat, plan to sit a while. It's my pleasure to make you smile. Secret sips from a tall sweet tea, Southern fried by me. And it goes on. So that's one of my favorite. But I know who I am. I know I'm a front porch kind of person and I enjoy people. So what happened with that? Now, we talked about monetizing your keynote. From there, don't throw tomatoes at my field of dreams. I'm wearing the exact same jacket. I just realized that. So
it's on brand, I guess. Yeah.
So, and then I'm a sweet tea person. So I brand on these little magic cards, which is a cool thing to get. I can talk about that too.
Oh, sure.
But I know we have limited time. So you tell your signature story within your presentation. People love stories. I sit in the choir. I practically am the choir. And I can see people just do like this and straighten up. And it's the power of the story. And it just pulls people in. And the more you can pull them in, I mean, I could talk about some really incredible moments that I've had in my life, but nobody cares about that. They want to hear that down home connection where you can reach out and connect to them. Hey, have you ever picked tomatoes? Ever been in a tomato fight? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So that's really, and I think a strong opening is important. It's just like in the world of pageantry that I sort of come from the my Miss America contestant days. Strong opening, pick them up in the middle, read the body language, and a strong closer. But in between, have some stories that I'll tell you one of my ones. I think I told it when I was at Carolinas about our friend in Sunday school. It was gold. It was just gold. And he told a story about being in boot camp, being scared, getting on his knees, praying, saying, God, help me. I need a sign. I'm going to fail boot camp. I'm going home. I'm scared. And he looked on his dog tags and he saw B positive and he changed. People noticed it. A guy came up to him and said, "Man, I thought you were going home." He said, "God gave me a message. Look, be positive." And his friend said, "Yeah, look at my message from God. Oh, negative." Because he did not know it was his blood type. But I use that story. I told it too fast, but I use that story because it sets up the message. So
Right.
you look for those little vignettes that can and you say, it's so true. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Zig
Mhm.
Ziglar said that.
Right.
So it's your mindset. So that's kind of how about just a short ways into the story, I start to get a little bit more granular with the audience, and they like that. So you just craft that keynote, make it important, speak to your people. If you know that those people are not going to love what you're going to say, please don't go after them. That's not smart, because it'll freak you out. It won't be a win-win. You want to do win-wins. And a lot of us fall into the trap. Yeah, we fall into the trap of going, "Oh, the money's over there." Well, people don't realize I'd rather have 100 people that love me and help me get booked than 1,000 who like me on social media. I mean, come on.
Stop just a minute, Jane. That is gold right there.
It is.
I mean, chasing
I don't mind
people
saying so
who
myself.
you think might like you, but you're really going after the people who love you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then the keynotes turn into, so like I've got this book I wrote, it's called Bury Me With My Pearls. I've got a whole speech on this, and I've changed it to a celebration with pearl friends, girlfriends.
Oh, I love
that.
that.
And then everybody gets a strand of pearls, and we talk about, and it's fun. And then that led to rhinestones on my flip-flops, which was my really good book deal. And then coming out in March is Sweet Tea Secrets from the Deep Fried South. So I'm all over the sweet tea and the Southern fried humor stuff right now. But you just make it into books. Your books, you title them into your speeches. You load up stuff like Bury Me With My Pearls. It's a live presentation. Of course, nobody buys CDs much, but there are some people that do. It's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of it. But just make it engaging. Like Larry Winget said, the meeting planner just wants to entertain the people. Just be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me is where I fit in. I love that keynote. I'm going after that keynote.
Well, I think it's good for anyone, no matter where they are in their speech deliverability, to have some kind of a major message. And I think what's really standing out to me is what you're saying is to have a story. So even if you're the person who does the workshops, you're going to have a story to grab people and get them in and get those speaking engagements. You need to differentiate yourself with that. So once you have the story and you've got your keynote, you talked a little bit about marketing. Are there some other ways that you would say that the keynote will really help launch and maybe even take your speaking career up a little bit higher if you have the right message?
Well, it's probably, I call myself a professional noodle thrower, because I'm just trying to see what sticks, and I'm not afraid if it doesn't stick. I'll just throw another noodle. I mean, 2 weeks ago, my friend Margaret, and I plucked her from our church. She's a great pianist, and we started doing theater shows, and we sold out. We had no idea. I told Margaret, I said, "Margaret, I think we're going to really pack this place out." And she said, "Oh, okay." And then she came up to me. She said, "There are buses outside." I went, "No, there are buses." So that was a lot of fun. So that's a whole nother. So I've taken all of this comedy and the singing and the message, and we've created an 1.5-hour comedy show with takeaways, more fun. So you keep going, what else can I do with this? Can I put it in, like I'm on Sirius XM radio, which has been a real gift. And you put your comedy on, you put your bits, you have a little CD, it's got 90 minutes of fun. It's a whole nother venue, like Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Your books can be your speeches, your breakout sessions, like this one is upside down. What Tatas teach us.
That's a good one for October.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm just getting ready to send my newsletter, and I'm giving the book away, as a download. Oh. So you just monetize it, you give it away, you just hope something sticks, and you keep thinking, now what else can I do with this? The sweet tea book, I've got a gazillion ideas. I'm having tea parties all over, but I've got it with Tyndall House Publishing, and they're a big publishing house. So it will be really interesting to see what happens with that one. But I think you take a product, no kidding, Barbara, and you wring it so hard, there's nothing left in it. Whether it's a speech, a book, merch, some kind of merch that people love. Like I'm thinking I could get hats go filled with sweet tea, for women. So, I'm just thinking outside of what I normally do. So just, I think big, how you can expand on that keynote to products and more speeches and how it can generate more opportunities. Just don't be afraid to try. I mean, we should be fearless in what we do. If we truly believe in our message, you have to be fearless.
Yeah. And that's a great note to end on, to be fearless. And what I love about what you're going to be presenting is not only are you super inspiring and you're fun. I mean, it's just, you're going to just love the time with Jane. I know you're going to learn a lot too, but that's kind of a real bonus with her, is just to be able to laugh and just kind of let your hair down, enjoy yourself, and in the process, really discover what could be working for you and how you could be better. So I hope you'll join us at Speaker Academy. And Jane, do you have any last bits of advice for those who are considering going but haven't decided yet?
I'll say what Al Walker said to me, and this is from everyone who's listening to this. If you are serious about the business of speaking, you'll be there. And as soon as he said that to me, I went and I've never stopped. And that was since 1991. And it's been a blessing and a gift to me to share with other people, to give back.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And congratulations on all your success. I hope we can see one of your shows. It sounds like there's going to be a lot more down the road. So
we're working on it.
Thank you to everyone for joining us. We hope to see you at Speaker Academy, and make sure you follow Jane on LinkedIn, Facebook, and on what's your website again, Jane? We should tell them that too.
JaneHerlong.com.
Jane Herlong, and it's HERLONG.
And hit YouTube also. I've got some fun stuff on YouTube. I keep throwing stuff up there.
Okay, well, lots of things to go look at, and we hope you join us. Thanks so much. And this has been Open Mic with Jane Jenkins Herlong. Thank you.